Brought to you by Sip for Your Cause.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Nonprofits. Again, it's a program where we discuss those best practices to help nonprofit organizations increase their awareness, funding, sustainability, and ultimately their impact. So we thank you for joining us once again. We'd like to remind you can look at this episode again and our past episodes at www.bizlinks.tv. You can also check us out on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/bizlinkstv, facebook.com/YouTube, or for facebook.com/BizLinksTV. So we're excited to have you here today and to join us again as we talk with another great organizational leader. You will find that she is just a creative person that has a very much energy and passion for youth. And today we welcome none other than Miss Erica Hill of Class.
Hi, how's it going?
It is going well,
Good,
I tell you.
good.
I know, Erica, you've been very busy, but we're so glad that you were able to come and be on the BizLinks TV Network's Let's Talk Nonprofit show so we can talk about class.
Sure.
So, again, we welcome her, and again, I'm going to do this on the outset. I'm going to allow Erica just to tell you a little bit about herself, and what we do traditionally is, we know the professional side, or they'll learn about the professional side, but I like for them to understand that the people who are out here doing great things are people who really are just like them, And so would you just share with them, who Erica Hill is?
Okay. I am originally from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I moved to Atlanta to attend Clark Atlanta University. After I graduated from Clark, I ended up landing a job in the mortgage industry, in which I have over 22 years experience in that particular industry. Currently, I'm an author, I'm a coach,
Congratulations.
and I'm also a speaker.
Yeah.
So, and I'm just someone that has a passion for youth. So that's how Class was created. There's nothing, fabulous or anything.
Yeah.
Just
And Erica, that's one thing that we'd like to get across on Let's Talk Nonprofits, because when people hear these organizations out here doing these great things, they just think that the people who are special and they are extraordinary, but they're just like them. They just acted upon and accepted whatever that call or that passion was. So let's start here. Because I love the story about how Class came about. Just share with them, how did Class come about? How did you get started?
Actually, it was me and a couple of friends. We would go out into the community and just do community service. So we started out giving toiletries out to the homeless. And then we partnered with the Covenant House, and we would go and buy groceries and cook food for the kids. And that's when I totally realized my passion for the youth. Because what I realized is that it was so many talented kids. I mean, we even went in there and had the kids do a little talent show and everything. Because, I'm crazy like that. But that's when I realized these kids had so much talent, but they didn't have anyone working with them. Okay. So, me and my friends discussed it, and, we decided, what can we do to actually help the youth and enhance some of their abilities and put them out there, give them that confidence that, that they may be lacking from within. Yeah. So that's how Class actually originated.
Yeah. And, the thing that I like about the fact is, in order for you to really identify the fact that you had a passion for the youth, you had to be doing something. You were engaged, you were out there doing something else that just happened to help you unearth this passion. So once you identified that, you saw the talents of the students and those young people, why a nonprofit? It's one thing to say, oh yeah, I'm passionate with the youth, let me continue to work in this, what I'm doing, but to start a nonprofit organization, which is a business, so why the nonprofit?
Because we actually wanted to create our own. Okay. We decided as a group collectively that we wanted to create our own nonprofit organization.
Yeah.
So we actually, before we did that, I should say, we actually looked at other organizations that we could maybe collaborate with.
Yeah.
And the way that we had everything structured, we were like, we're kind of like out of the box just a little bit. So we're like, well, let's just put together something, ourselves and get out into the community and share, what our vision is. Yeah. And that's how it came about.
Erica, you hit it on the head as far as what we say here oftentimes, and those of you who are regular viewers, you hear us say often to those nonprofit or people who are interested in starting nonprofits, we're discouraging you to do so, strongly discouraging you. We're asking you to do exactly what Erica and her team of people did. They first tried to see, okay, in this area that we're interested in, are there other nonprofits that are doing those things? And they tried to find a fit to work with those organizations. But then that's when you identified a differentiating factor that, what we're really trying to do ultimately may do the same thing, but how we're trying to do it.
It's a little different.
Yeah. And then that's like a business decision, rather than just people saying, this is what I want to do.
No.
And they're going out there. So again, I want you to understand that this is totally in line with what you've heard us say repeatedly on Let's Talk Nonprofits. We discourage you from going out and starting a nonprofit without first going to see in that sector or that piece of impact area that you're interested in, trying to see if there's something you can put your resources with those who are already out there. And that's exactly what you did. So we here applaud you for that. Well done.
Well, another thing to expand on that comment is a lot of the times people jump out because you're so passionate about something. You just want to get out and help. But they fail to realize that it's really a business. Yes. There's a lot there's a lot that goes, into that. Yes. So if you can collaborate with another organization, to be honest with you, it will be way easier. It really would. So then too, it will actually help you to identify maybe some, I see that they do it like this. Maybe we can do it like this and come together and do it together instead of going out, recreating something that you really didn't have to recreate.
Yeah. So thank you, because that's, again, one of the first nuggets today we asked that you glean. But we're always trying to get our viewers who are nonprofit leaders and profit and thought leaders in the sector to pick up nuggets about how to do things better if they're already in operation, or if they're considering how to go about starting or not starting. So thank you for sharing that. Now, let's talk about the fact, do you have, or what experience do you have in the nonprofit sector?
I didn't have a lot of experience in the nonprofit sector itself, but I have a lot of experience running businesses. Okay. I have over 10 years experience as a business owner. Okay. So, and a nonprofit is a business. It is a form of a business. Yeah. It's just a nonprofit sector. Yeah. So to help me with that piece, I actually hired a consultant that had like 22 years of experience in that area to help us out with the nonprofit piece. Yeah.
And guys, see, that's the other piece that you do hear us say, and glad. I know, isn't she a poster child for Let's Talk Nonprofit? I mean, the fact that we try to get people to understand, most nonprofits that we run into don't understand it's a business. And that, they've got to generate the revenue more so than just reaching a hand out, but create those revenue streams. And I know you're excellent at that, just in the many conversations that we've had and the length of time we've known each other, that business acumen that you have just naturally flows into that. So again, that's our second nugget for today, is that you understand, as we often say, that a nonprofit is a business, has to be run that way, even when it comes down to the generation of revenue. So thank you very much. Now let me ask you about how do you feel your organization will make an impact on society? Because everybody's, and ultimately that's what we talk about. This show is ultimate to lead to impact in whatever that sector or that nonprofit organization do. So tell us, how do you feel that CLASS will impact society?
Well, actually, CLASS is an organization that's designed to help kids well-rounded. We have the finance and the finesse programs, which actually help girls and boys develop that self-esteem, that confidence, that leadership, that discipline that some of them may be lacking. Another program that we have is the financial literacy program. So as we build on, creating that self-esteem that they're going to need to get out there into the world to deal with certain things that's going to happen naturally as adults.
Yeah.
We're also giving them and building them on the knowledge of credit, budget, savings, investing, building that strong financial piece in their life that they're going to need as they venture out into the world. And then a lot of the kids, because we work with teens, so a lot of them are pretty uncertain about what they want to do in life.
Yeah.
So we have the career development piece that actually focuses on, if you do decide you want to go to college, this is how you're going to dress.
Yeah.
This is how you should dress, not how you're going to dress, but this is how you should dress. This is what you need to say on an interview. This is what you need to be prepared for on that interview. And then for the ones that don't go to college, we let them know that's fine.
Yeah.
You don't have to be successful you don't have to you go to college to be successful. That's
right.
fine. But you can take that passion that you have and you can turn it into a business. So we're just getting the kids in the mindset of thinking outside the box, as they become adults.
Yeah.
And to help them, learn to cope and deal with the world a little bit better. And we provide them with skills that they're not learning in school.
Yeah.
These are not things that are taught
That's
to the
right.
kids in school.
That's correct.
And me personally, that was one of the reasons why I founded class, because I look at my personal experience, especially when it comes to finance. Even though I went to college and I got a degree in business, I didn't know anything about business or finances because they taught me the book version.
Yes.
But when I got in real life, and I didn't learn it from home, I was like, I had to learn everything on my own, which became kind of difficult. I made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
So, I just kind of look at my situation and I look at what I learned in school, what I learned on the home front. And a lot of things were not afforded to me at that time. So, if we can help the kids, lessen some of the mistakes, they're going to make mistakes. That's just life.
Right.
It's lessons. You're going to have to learn them. But if you can kind of help them minimize
Yes.
some of the mistakes, why not?
Well, and Erica, you're right on it. I mean, I would tell you that, and then again, this is just from anecdotal conjecture, that the fact that I would say 90+% of the people in America have not gotten that financial training from home.
Oh, no.
Because same here, I mean, mama taught, if you make a dime, save a penny, but how to save it.
Exactly.
What to do, and how to
exactly.
those real
Exactly.
details. But, I like the fact that, not only just the financial components, but it's real, like you said, you're giving the children opportunity to be well-rounded. And I'm going to go a step further, because I think when people say well-rounded, you think about a well-rounded person, but you're equipping them with the tools to operate in various sectors of life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I applaud you for that. I mean, that's one thing to focus on one, and organizations do that, but you guys are taking a holistic approach on that child, and so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Another thing, you talked about, the children will make mistakes, but another thing that I see that's inherent in your programs is that what you're teaching, everybody makes mistakes, but you're teaching them the skill sets to how to manage those mistakes.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, so again, I just want to say, we're proud of it. I want to ask you guys that are listening, viewers right now, I want you to understand the important work that is being done here with class, and I want you to, and we're going to get to that portion of the program where we will talk about how you really can get involved with supporting class. But Erica, I want you to take the time right now and just share with them how they can get in touch with the organization and provide some support, find out more.
Actually, you can visit our website, which is www.classcharity.org. That's classcharity.org. Or you can give us a call at 404-671-8358.
And guys, again, I'm encouraging you to reach out to class. I'm asking that you find out how you can help them in terms of achieving the vision and the mission that they have to impact youth. And that the age of the children are from 12 to 19.
12 to 21.
12 to 21. So again, if you know of anybody that's in that age, and we'll talk about that more again on the second part of the show. But again, I just want you to reach out, even if you're have the opportunity right now, go to the website, reach out, and figure out how you can get involved in supporting class. And before we go to a break, you've talked about your programs that you provide and what they are due. How are children selected to participate in the program?
Well, the kids just have to be in school, basically. They have to be, in some type of school.
Okay.
And basically that's it. We don't have too many strict requirements for the
Okay.
kids. They just need to be between that particular age range, between 12 to 21.
And I think I think I read something where it also says something to the effect that they have to have a motivation.
Oh,
attitude,
yeah. Now, we're not coming to play around. So they can't come in there and disrupt everybody else. They have to, want to learn.
Yes.
They want to excel in life. And, they just need some guidance. That's what we're looking for. The kids that actually want to do some things, but they just need the guidance. And that's what we provide, the guidance.
Yeah. Because as we all know, we would like to save the world. But, there are some people who you throw a life raft out to who don't accept it.
They throw it back to you.
Yeah, exactly. And so, again, class is looking for those students who want to improve their life and their circumstance and who are eager to learn, to take in the knowledge. I mean, the volunteers and those who are working there, are giving them their time and resources, so they want to maximize that. So again, as we go into our commercial break, we want to remind you to go to www.classcharity.org and find out how you can get involved, or how you might even recommend a child, or if you are a child in that age group that is watching, see how you can become involved. So we're looking forward to seeing you after the break.
What happens when soldiers come home? Brene Foundation offers hero support to ensure that our heroes abroad can continue to be heroes at home. We link veterans with organizations who are dedicated to guiding the transition from military hero to civilian hero. If you want to find out how you can support our troops at home, please contact the Brene Foundation or visit brene.com.
Does your son need a more challenging, focused, and encouraging educational environment? Renaissance Christian Academy is an affordable private school for boys located in McDonough, Georgia, with certified teachers that are uniquely equipped to help your son master learning. You're welcome to schedule a tour of our facilities by calling 770-305-9881 or by visiting our website at rcaboysacademy.org. Renaissance Christian Academy, developing young men to be great leaders through Christ-centered learning.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nonprofits, and again, we thank our show sponsor, SIP for Your Cause, and ask that you please visit them at the website at www.sipforyourcause.org and find out how you can get your organization involved with creating sources of revenue, as well as finding out how they can help you in terms of meeting some of your organizational goals. So again, we thank you for joining us for our continuing program of Let's Talk Nonprofits, and again, we're here with Ms. Erica Hill, the Executive Director and Founder of CLASS. And just in case we haven't said it, but CLASS again is the caring, loyal advocate supporting society. So we wanted you to know what CLASS, we've been talking CLASS, but just in case you wondered and you hadn't gone to the website to find out, that's what CLASS stands for. And again, it all stems from their point of view, how they wanted, just a group of friends wanted to make a difference, to support youth and help them impact society. So we're here with Miss Erica Hill. Thank you again for being here with us.
You're welcome.
We have been having a great conversation here talking about just how the organization got started, the impact, the students, and we want to go back to the type of youth. We've already identified that the students are aged 12 to 21, male or female, does not matter. So talk about the type of youth that would benefit from this program.
We say misguided youth,
Okay.
but as you know, any kid can be misguided.
Yeah.
So basically, we just want kids that are eager to learn,
Okay.
to excel in life, just to help better themselves. We're basically, look at us as the vessel.
Okay.
We're just the vessel that's here to give you what you need. That's it.
So I don't have to be, you know how there's some organizations, they only want the ones who are off track. Yeah, you know, so, okay. So, guys, listen, we want you to understand that this is for your A performing students, you know, if that's the case, you know, your C performing students, and even those who may be failing, but again, they want to improve themselves. So, this is for all kids who are in school trying to look for a way to do things better and differently. So, we want to remind you that. Now, let's talk more about the programs, because you definitely shared with us the programs to go on, but after students complete each program, what occurs?
They actually get, after each program that they complete, they
Yeah.
get a certificate of completion. Now, once they get that certificate of completion, they're also eligible to be on our junior advisory board.
Wow.
We are an organization that really thrives on the community getting involved, helping us out,
Okay.
because we don't have all the answers. So we would love for the youth to tell us, okay, you know, we think that, you know, we can implement this into the program,
Right.
or this can make us better, or this is how we see things.
Right.
So we actually encourage the kids to get involved in the junior advisory
Wow.
board. It also supports the leadership skills that we
Yes,
actually teach them,
absolutely.
to let them see, okay, your voice does matter. Because you need to start shaping them when they're young,
Yeah.
to let them know your voice matters. You
Yeah.
know, you speak up.
Yeah.
You know, it just gives them the confidence that they're going to need in order to, you know, help them.
And Erica, what I like about it is that, you know, they're actually getting involved with the decision making process of a business that's operating. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, that's real life experience that they can put on a resume and all those things.
Because you have to give them hands-on experience.
Yeah.
Most people learn classroom and settings is wonderful, but I think a lot of people actually learn when they get involved. You know,
Yes.
you get your hands dirty. You actually
Yes.
get in and see the ins and outs
That's
of
right.
running a business, and that's what we're teaching the kids. One of the programs is the career development program. So to actually get them involved in the day-to-day operations of running a business, they'll actually see, okay, well, you know, I didn't know anything about this, but now I have a better
Yes.
understanding.
Yes, excellent. I tell you, and the data supports what you're saying, Erica, from the standpoint that, you know, when you begin to do, you retain it better, you know, and it begins to make sense, you know, without going into a long story. But I remember when I was in college and taking a chemistry class, and, you know, it's one thing to write down
Formulas.
you know what I mean? But then when we went into the lab, well, I actually worked at the Centers for Disease Control during college, you know, and then you begin to see the application of the stuff you're talking about. It just takes on a different understanding. I mean, so I am one who applauds you. Great job, great job, great job. Now, with all of this going on, you know, and we know all nonprofits, and not just nonprofits, but businesses in general, you know, revenue source is critical. And, you know, trying to make sure, so how right now currently is class able to sustain its funding?
Right now, class sustains all of its fundings from donations,
Okay.
outside donations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. But we do know that there are some things that you guys are working on that are going to be some revenue generating opportunities, and we're very proud of you for being creative and thinking along those lines. So in terms of donations, let me go ahead and ask our viewers, you know, tell them how they can contribute.
Actually, we have a program where the community can actually get involved, and it's called, if you go into our website, on the home page, there's a button that says Start a Campaign.
Yeah.
If you click on Start a Campaign, you can develop your own campaign for class, where you can go to your friends and family and say, hey, you know, you can contribute $5 or whatever to this organization, but it'll be under your name.
Yeah.
It'll be that you're supporting this particular campaign.
I like that.
So it's part of our CrowdRise funding campaign.
Yeah, you know, and I'm going to go a step further, and I'm going to ask those of you who are listening and to take advantage of that opportunity to start your own campaign. But how about going a step further? How about getting your church or some organization, your sorority, or any other, your friends, and you guys create competition and see who can get the most to contribute towards that and get people to sign up. But yeah, and start a competition. But what we want you to do is, when you start that campaign, we want you to let us know here at Let's Talk Nonprofits. You know, please hit us up on YouTube, put a comment under the show, and let us know how you got involved. we want to know, did you start some competitive campaigns with some others, so we can keep track of that and just and pass it on to class, but I'm sure they will take notice in their records as well. But that's why I challenge those of you who follow us on a regular basis, or even this your first time following. So you talked about the crowd rise. Now there's also an up and coming TV show, and tell us about that.
We're very excited about that. We're actually running a promo right now, and what we do is we allow the kids to host their own TV show. So the kids have the opportunity to host a show, and they're going to pick the topics.
Wow.
And that's part of also building self-esteem and, showing them different career options, because we want to teach them that there are other occupations out there other than being a baller
Yes.
or, the things that they see on TV.
Yes.
You can come outside the box, and there are other careers out there. Plus, it gives them in front of the camera, to give them the limelight for, give them the limelight for a second. Yeah.
Because they're already have, most of them have YouTube channels.
Oh, yeah.
So they're doing the video and of
Yeah.
themselves. So you're bringing them into a formal professional environment to do that. So listen, guys, young people, if you're listening, go to the website, get your parents involved so they can be involved with class as well and know you desire to be involved. And look, check that out, what they have on there. The Class TV is the name of the TV program. So get in touch with them, look at it, find out how you can get involved. Get in touch with some of your friends, because we do know that there are many of you out there who are looking for things to do. And, you don't want to be at home when school is out. This is a great program for you to get connected with, meet more kids who are just like you, who are focused, and that's what's important, that you actually are creating a community of young people of like mind. So we encourage you to go out, reach out, and get involved, and click around on classcharity.org and see what you can find. Well, before we wrap up, because I tell you, this has been a great experience, and appreciate you sharing great nuggets with the community out here. But any last words that you would like to share, generally or specifically, before we go?
Yeah, actually it is. Like I said, class is a very unique community, organization, basically. We rely heavily on the community to get involved. Not just monetary wise. The donation piece is excellent. Don't get me wrong, that's good. But we would love for the community to come together and help us out, help facilitate some of the programs, volunteer, get involved, sit on the board, see where the organization is going, the vision of the organization. And we would love for you to be a part of it. Our ears are always open. So we're always open to suggestions. We're not that type of organization, no, it's our way or the highway. We're always looking for other opinions, because that's only going to make the organization and community grow and get stronger.
Yeah.
We don't have that maverick mentality where it's just one person in control. It's really not. We want everyone to get involved.
And you just that's your personality. As long as I've known you, that's been your inclusive personality. So let me ask specifically, what individuals would be ideal to collaborate with you in regard to what you've just said, to get involved?
Anyone that's passionate about the youth, anyone that actually wants to help the youth become better people, anyone that wants to help the youth, equip the youth with skills and tools that they're going to need to help them when they become adults. Anyone that's really passionate about the youth is people that we're really looking for.
And I'm going to say, guys, that you've heard the program areas in which they're operating. So if you have skill sets in those areas that you can contribute in terms of helping with those various programs, those type things. And as she said, they're looking for quality board members who can contribute to the growth and operation of the business and the nonprofit. So again, she's offering you the opportunity to get involved. So if you're out there saying you're looking for something to do, or you're complaining about the youth, and
exactly. We a lot of times people, they're this and they're that, but you're not doing anything to help them or change it. So
right. So reach out to class at classcharity.org. The phone number again, Erica?
404-671-8358.
Guys, you've had Erica Hill here. You've heard firsthand from the executive director of class. You see her enthusiasm. You see her smartness in terms of her business acumen and her passion for youth. So, guys, she's doing what it takes to make a difference. reach out to her, make it happen. We would like to hear about your involvement that you have taken to get involved. And we thank you for participating in viewing this show, Let's Talk Nonprofits. Again, you can catch the show at bizlinks.tv. We ask that you please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe. We ask that you would also share with your community so that they can learn and find out how they can get involved with the youth at class. And we ask that you also keep track with us on our Facebook channel at facebook.com/BizLinksTV. We thank you for joining us. We look to share with you again at the next episode, where we bring about great tips to help your organization increase its awareness, its funding, its sustainability, and ultimately its impact. Thank you.